Okay, there we go. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning. My name is Precious Moore, beauty guide and training with Limelight by Outcome. And today we're back on our series with Coffee and a Book, with the book that I'm reading called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And before I get started, I just wanted to share with everyone, I did put a couple posts out about samples, skincare samples that I will be getting out. And for those who, hi, good morning, Karen. For those who would like to get samples from me, of our skincare, some of our skincare products, I'd be happy to get them out to you. If you're not comfortable with filling out the form that I put on my Facebook page, feel free to inbox me your name, email, and address. That way I can get those samples to you, because I would be happy for you to try them and get your feedback from them and all of that good kind of stuff. So definitely feel free to just inbox me your information, so that way I can get your samples, get those goodies out to you. All right, so today what we're talking about from this book by Dale Carnegie, this section says a simple way to make a good impression, or rather a simple way to make a good first impression. And in here, there was an illustration that was given that talked about how Charles Schwab told him that his smile had been worth $1 million. And he was probably understating the truth. For Schwab's personality, his charm, his ability to make people like him were almost wholly responsible for his extraordinary success. And one of the most delightful factors in his personality was his captivating smile. Actions speak louder than words, and a smile says, I like you, you make me happy, and let's see here, and I'm glad to see you. And so, starting off with this whole thing, and I kind of got ahead of myself from previous lives that I did on this book, but that is a great impression on anyone that you ever come in contact with, is smiling. One of the things that anybody always notice about anyone of any type of appearance or what have you is a smile. When you walk into a store, smiling is one of the first things I know. When I'm in the store, sometimes I can get caught up in doing my own thing, but if I pass someone or catch their attention, I'm going to make sure that I'm smiling, because that's the first impression that you can make on anyone. It's the first thing before you open up your mouth that someone can decide whether you're someone that is approachable or not. And many times, a lot of us who are trying to open up the doors of our life to new things, inviting new friendships, inviting just anything new, or anything into your life, inviting that type of thing to you is open up a smile. You have to be approachable. You have to be approachable. And a lot of times, some people don't want to be approached. Some people don't care about smiling. And that's fine. But to make a good impression on anyone, the first thing first is smiling wherever you go. People can be forced to smile just because you're smiling. Some people may get irritated because you're smiling, but they're going to remember in the back of their head, at some point in time in the day, they could have gone through something. They're going to remember that someone smiled at them. You never know when you're making that smile that somebody could be going through something, and they have been in a bad environment, been around people that are very toxic and negative, and then they just happen to see you at a gas station, or happen to see you at a store, just happen to see you passing by at work, or just seeing you at your desk, or wherever your location may be, or wherever you may be. They saw you smiling, and they that made them feel better. And even with smiling, even with smiling, one thing is, for a leader in any kind of leadership role, sometimes smiling is just not on your face, but can also be heard in your voice. Even if you're not looking at the person one on one, but even if you're on the phone with someone, someone can always recognize when you're smiling, even by the tone of your voice. And so it's so important to try to do the best you can to have a smiling environment around you, even when things may not be so great. But try to have a smile on the inside, because that can make or break an impression that you make on someone. And if you're in business or in network marketing, it's one of the most inviting things that you can have for someone to be a part of your business. People like to be around happy people. Doesn't mean you have to be overly excited or crazy or super funny or all those things. No, but you have an inviting thing about you that makes a person feel good. Like we know about that quote that says, what is a quote? I don't know if anyone remembers a quote that talks about, I'll think of it in a minute, but people like to be around people that make them feel good. You want to go and be around those type of people that make you feel good, make you feel exciting, make you feel great about life, even when you're in your most worst situations in life. But being around people that make you smile and feel good can make all the difference in one's life. So it's important to smile. Some of the things, and I'll just give a couple points that I really enjoyed reading in this chapter. It talked about when you don't feel like smiling. Then what do? It said two things. First, force yourself to smile. Force yourself to smile. If you are alone, force yourself to whistle or hum a tune or sing a song. Don't you know, certain songs that come on the radio. And I remember in one of the trainings that we were doing, and it was Lindsay. I believe it was Lindsay doing the training, and she was just doing a video. I forgot what it was on, but she was doing a video, and she just started singing. And as soon as she started singing, it was something that I wanted to sing with her, because there's just something that makes you smile when you're singing a song that makes you feel good and make you happy. Same principle. Force yourself to smile. Force yourself to whistle. Force yourself to hum a song, something that you like. Act as if you were already happy, and that will tend to make you happy. Here is the way the psychologist and philosopher William James put it. Action seems to follow feeling. So action does not always necessarily mean that you have to feel a certain way in order to take action. Action simply means it's just doing it. You do it without feeling, and when you do it, you can possibly provoke that feeling to manifest itself. But really, action and feeling go together. And by regulating the action, which is under the more direct control of the will, we can indirectly regulate the feeling, which is not. So, force yourself to smile when you don't feel like it. Because then, all of a sudden, who knows? You'll feel better. You'll feel better about whatever it is that you were probably not so happy about, or whatever the case may be. You force yourself to smile, and voila. You feel good now. Everybody around you feels good. You're no longer the poopy Sarah, poopy whoever you are, whatever, You are alive, and you're smiling, and you are changing your atmosphere. You're creating anyone around you. Because, that's another thing I realized. Sometimes you can be the only happy person in the room, and what have you. And sometimes if you have the right attitude and you're positive about your situation or in the moment of your situation, and you're happy and you have a smile, everything else has to submit under that. You have to be comfortable in smiling in your situation and allowing everything around you to submit to that. So that forces everyone else to. And if not, go have your own party. Go dance your own tune. That's what I say. Okay, and so there was one other thing that I wanted to talk about as well. It says, it talks about when you can detect someone that's not being insincere with smiling, or if you're dealing with someone talking with people by phone, you can detect when something is insincere, which doesn't fool anyone. So what you want to do is be genuine in your smile, whether it's by phone, whether it's in person. Be genuine, because that's going to be more valuable. I'm sorry, guys. That's going to be more valuable to those who you are dealing with. And I'm sorry, guys. I may have to redo this because she's starting to get a little impatient right now, but just know that the effect of your smile. I know. Just know that there is power in your smile, and it is very effective. And that you can change your whole day. You can change your situation by just giving a smile and smiling at someone, no matter what. So I thank you guys for watching. Gotta go. We'll do this again another time. I think I was off on my timing, but I hope you're gonna smile anyways today and have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.